I'd like to call this park board meeting of Tuesday, November 1st, 2022 to order. First item on the agenda tonight is the approval of the October 4th minutes. Park board members should receive those minutes in their email packets. Anybody have any additions, corrections, questions? Hearing none. Need a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Been approved.
I'll second it.
Been seconded. Been approved by Mr. Dietrich, seconded by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Prost.
Aye.
I am an aye also. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the attorney's report. I see Kelsey's with us online.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, thank you for being here.
Wonderful. The first item I have for your consideration this evening is a use agreement for the 2023 Pride Festival. They'd like to again use Woodman Park on Saturday, June 3rd, 2023 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's the same agreement that we utilized last year for this event.
This organization's been extremely proactive. They've contacted me well in advance prior to even submitting the notification to address any issues that we may have had in the past and to go over schematics of the event going forward as well. I've been very impressed. I've also been very impressed with the way they treat our property, our assets. This is a great event to activate extremely underutilized park. I can't think of a better event or better timing for Woodman Park for your consideration.
It does say on the service request, start time 7 a.m. end time 7 a.m.
So it'd be 7 a.m. to
7
7
p.m.
p.m.
It's correct on the
It's a typo.
Yeah, on the use agreement itself, it's correct.
questions, comments?
8,000 attendance, 8,000.
We do have representatives here. If you guys have any direct questions for them instead of me, I'm sure they'll be having answers.
What was your attendance last year? Do you have any idea?
8 to 10,000,
You really had that many people?
according to the police.
Okay, yeah, I know. They're a better judge at that than we are.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Woodman Park worked out
Fantastic.
great. And I think Rob did a great job of saying it uses an underutilized property.
It is.
It really puts folks out there. So we appreciate you guys moving out there, making that work. Anything else? Okay. If not, then I need a motion to approve the use agreement for the 2023 Pride Festival, Woodman Park.
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Prost.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
And I'm an aye also. Motion carries. Thank you very much and good luck next year.
Thank you.
If it goes well, hope you have a good day.
Okay, next item for your consideration is a use agreement with the Calvary Tabernacle. And they would like to use the Field House on Sunday, November 27th, 2022 from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. for a calendar planning event.
We did, I just want to give a little bit of background on this. First, there's a typo on this as well. 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. is correct. It's both supposed to be p.m. And then secondly, it's been brought to you guys as an event because it kind of fit outside of our rental structure. So we wanted to make sure that we could present it to you guys as well. We did cross-reference with anything we have programmatically in the use of facility as far as still being able to be used by the public during these times. We don't have an issue with the spaces that they'd be occupying within that time frame during that time of year. So we did feel like we did do our due diligence and make sure that we cross-reference everything that may be going on that could be conflicting, but we didn't see anything that would be conflict with this event.
So this is a calendar planning.
Yeah.
Is this open to the public or is it just their?
No, they're only estimating 100 attendees. I think they has had them before in the past. For a planning kind of team building exercise, I think they incorporate as well. So
I'm assuming they'll be paying rental fees.
yes. On each of those facilities, yes.
Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement, excuse me, for the Calvary Tabernacle for use of the Green Fieldhouse.
So moved.
Second,
Moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Prost.
aye.
And I also, motion carries.
Next item is a professional services agreement. This is with Hirons. It's for $1,000, price not to exceed $1,000 a month for a total of $12,000 for the entire year for services, for their services.
I think this has been the same agreement we had last year. I think Hirons actually lowered their local service fee on us for $1,000 a month. The return that we get on this, we get the internet exposure, the social media, we get interviews set up for us for media. We also get press release from Daily Journal, Outlet, and NAC Star as well. So that's what is our return on investment on this? That's basically the detailed version of it.
Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the professional services agreement with Hirons.
So moved.
Second,
It's been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost.
aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
And I am an aye also. Motion carries.
I think that's all I had for you.
There's another thing on there.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. I don't have an updated agenda.
I'm sorry that wasn't shared with you. I apologize.
The public trail easement, temporary construction easement.
We have consideration of a public trail easement and temporary construction easement grant forward. This is the continuation of the AES trail. Just wanted to, I had marketing creatives to kind of give you guys an update. Point we've got that's been delivered, Courtney, Beaver, Spears, Rear, all have been executed and delivered. One is for your consideration. This evening is for Ford. We purposely made that the color blue. You can see that between Spears and Ford. The easement for that particular parcel would be for $300 for that easement to construct, for that segment, that easement to go through there to make that connection for your consideration. And that was the one, I believe that is the one where they wanted the mowing from their edge of trail to the creek, to be delivered in their conveyance documents. They wanted that language.
Is this the last one?
Now, so we saw the ones in red are the ones that we still, Sawyer and Walpole we're working on. We have updated conveyance documents for them that Volker is going to present to them. And then there are one, two, there's probably, can't see the outline, but there's 6 others in there as well that we need to lock up to get full access.
Questions? Comments, concerns? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the public trail easement, and temporary construction easement grant for Mr. and Mrs. Ford. With Mr. and Mrs. Ford.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Prost.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
And I am an aye also. Motion carries. I think that's everything for the attorney's report.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Of course. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the foundation report.
I believe you guys have received the foundation report. Just bullet points, funding trees of Northeast Park is an initiative, shade structure at Great Park, between pickleball courts is an approved initiative. Friends of the Park program, as a reminder, is still ongoing. And Paul's for Parks program, which was an initiative for the dog parks as well. Happy to answer any questions on behalf of the foundation.
I think last month we talked about the shade structure a little bit. Are you getting it delivered before the end of the year?
So, no, Well, maybe, yes.
So I know the way.
It's
things are.
hitting port, like it's hitting, it's
Okay.
hitting a port somewhere off the coast of the US in late December.
Okay,
So we're, from then on, we've got a schedule up and it's all.
I wasn't trying to take it down, I was just curious.
No, I'm trying to take it down.
You have room to store it if it comes in
Yeah,
sooner than later?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we doing the installation or are we hiring that out?
no, that's part of that 30,000 foundation thing.
Anything else on the foundation? We appreciate everything they're doing.
Absolutely. We do have the third quarter financial report available, that I'd be happy to share with you guys.
Did you email me that?
Yeah, I'll email it to all of you guys. Reminder.
Controller report, Greg's here. Ask him.
Good afternoon, everybody. These went out this morning, so you probably haven't had much time to take a look at them. So far through the end of October, your main operating fund, Fund 204, has brought in just under 2.4 million. Spent $60,459 less than we brought in so far, so we actually brought the bank balance a little bit here. You can see there at the bottom, that's 2.264 million in that account. Fund 205, food and beverage tax, that's where we have your supplies and services and charges budgets. That one right now has got about 3.2 million. In your budget for next year, you'll see your capital is also hitting that fund. S&R fund, right now you brought in 1.13 million with 1.2 going out. So we have spent about 102,000 of that one. That one is obviously funded by the program fees. So as things are occurring and they bring in money, and then they have things go out for some of the programs. But I know they keep an eye on that pretty well with parks as far as making sure that their program fees are funding all of their programs there. And then finally, your impact fees fund brought in 1.35. So far spent 356,000. So you've added $1 million this year to that fund. So there's 2.076 million in that fund. Questions?
Yeah, on those S&R accounts, is there ever a problem if some of the ones that aren't linked to programs, they build up too much money? Does that ever come into question?
No. And from our side of things and with the state, they're just going to be looking at the overall. I know that on the Parks Department side, they're actually reviewing each individual program. But from our side, it's just the aggregate of everything coming in and going out.
If I have anything else, Greg?
No, I don't think so. I don't know, just, yeah, I got a question about one line item. It was, I'll talk to you about it afterwards, after the meeting. Can you hang around for a minute?
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Parks report. Members should receive a copy of the mail.
I believe you guys should have a report if you have any questions. Happy to answer any on behalf of the Parks Maintenance.
Our big brush cutter that we bought, how's it worked out?
Saw it today. It's working well. It was growing a stump. And it's been used out of Freedom Park between the property boundary of the dog park and the private residence. And then initiative this week will be Northeast Park, the property boundaries there. So we're moving the fence now. So to answer your question, very well. It's very efficient and does a very good job. So very happy with this one.
If you get a chance to just shoot a little video of that.
Yep.
I'd love to.
I know I obsess over this
Yeah.
piece of machinery, but
So do I. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'll make sure one of the maintenance guys gets a video.
that'd be great.
Okay, nothing else on parks from anyone? Trails.
We don't have any updates to trails. You updated the AES as well. Northeast Park got complete, that trail, if you guys haven't seen it. And then, yeah, we continue to work on the trails master plan as well, trying to get some resolution or more of a finality by the end of this year.
Would there be a possibility of having the consultant give us a presentation on his final master plan documents? And
It's pretty tight on budget. So the answer is yes, possibly. We're certainly gonna have to discuss that with him. He's very tight on budget. He's made us that aware of that he's out of budget. We can have that discussion.
will we prepare like a document, spiral bound, and
Yes.
as a minimum, would get that as the board members?
Yes, that'll be a little.
That'll be sufficient for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to come and give a
Yeah,
presentation.
there'll be a bound copy, I'm sure we can arrange that, and then also there'll be a digital version for review.
Very good.
Anything else? Recreation report.
I should have a copy of our report. Our Halloween events just concluded the past 2 weekends. Great attendance at both of them. Our Christmas events went on sale today. Out of 60 tables available for 2 settings of Breakfast with Santa, we've already sold 50 of the 60 as of this morning. I went on sale this morning. And then for our Kid City Christmas event, we sell 300 tickets, and they were already half gone today as well. So expect them to go quick.
That's awesome. I'm really excited to see how the tiny T-ball, the indoor youth soccer, how that works out over at the field house. I think it's gonna be,
7-year-old has practice tonight at 6:30.
that's, yeah, I saw that. So I hope that fits like a glove over there. I'm really excited to see that. Now, I am a little disappointed. The fall bocce ball league session on, with the tournament on the 5th that ended,
Yeah,
your words, not mine, not won by the Parks Department team.
not one.
I can only speak for myself, but I'm hoping for a better showing next year. Okay. Tough it up.
And just for the record, Nick, the parade, the Halloween parade, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing for how new that program is, by how many people come to it.
It's on its 3rd year.
Yeah, it had a different feeling this year. It felt very cohesive. It felt like the entire community was together,
Yeah.
and I was very proud of it.
Awesome.
It was great.
Great pictures on your Facebook page. Anything else on recreation? Okay, Fieldhouse report.
Should have received a copy of the Fieldhouse report. October was a great month for the Fieldhouse. It was our first month selling over 1,000 day passes. So good.
That's great.
And we now have a total of we surpassed the 500 total for membership.
Wow, 1,000 people. That's impressive.
Yeah, your numbers are looking really good. I think the ball's really starting to roll over there.
You tell the weather's starting to cool down.
Yeah.
People are coming in, so.
Look forward to it.
Yep.
Thank you, Rick. Community center report.
You guys also have my report if you have any questions, just let me know.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna, how'd the roofing go? Or is it
Looks
still?
great.
It went great. I wasn't here. I was on vacation, so it's fantastic. I didn't have to put up with all the construction
Smart move.
noise.
Yeah. So no problems with the contractor, everything went well?
Oh, no, yeah, they look great. Very conscientious, just they were very good.
All right, well, your numbers are looking good, so thank you, Sharon. Anything else, Sharon?
We are getting ready to ramp up for Christmas to decorate, so
Okay.
just FYI.
Yeah.
We won't have our carport until after Kid City Christmas.
So is that right?
Oh.
Because it's the second time.
December.
So come see us.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
All right, thanks, Sharon. 2023 Park Board meeting dates. I think everybody's got a list. Dates in front. Does anybody have a problem with these dates? First Tuesday of each month. Additional meetings, April, May, June, just like we've done for the last couple of years.
Yep, that's good to me.
Yeah,
Look good to all
get the
members.
job done with the meetings we have.
Let's get the staff.
Yeah.
All right. Do we need a motion to approve these meeting dates, Kelsey? Yes?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. All
And
right.
if you could read them out. as well.
Yeah. You want me to read them out for the motion?
If it's, you can even just say if it's the first Tuesday of every month.
Got it. Okay. Need a motion to approve the proposed park board meeting dates for the year of 2023, which will be on the first Tuesday of each month, with additional dates of April 18th, May 16th, and June 20th.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
I'm on also. Motion carries. Any other business from park board? Yeah. That was from the public. I'm sorry. Any business from the park board? Okay, no, board members should receive a copy of the claim register. If no additions or corrections, will stand. And if there's nothing else coming before this board, this meeting is adjourned.